Live your life like a book. Just keep turning the pages and you never know when your story will become a 5-star read. I have to say that this year was the first year that I lived for myself. Pain demands to be felt, and sometimes we do need the bad days to put the good ones in perspective. And this is the last check-in for 2022. One thing I have to say is that I'm absolutely disheartened that it's December and I'm here in my t-shirt, okay? Like, I don't even need a jacket. This is just... Yeah, I've been wondering how to end this year, how to record this last video for 2022. Before we get to that, I gotta say that these past few days that I had my holiday starting and I spent a lot of time with friends. We went out and we also spent Christmas away from home, which was kind of a first for us. We also had a lot of fun outside. I caught up with many friends that I hadn't seen in quite a while. And I really got some clarity, which was very, very much needed. I think that was the most suitable ending to my 2022, just getting answers. To sum up this year, I've seen my absolute best self and also my absolute worst. I've seen versions of me this year that I never thought I could be. And this is the crazy part, like I saw my absolute highs and my absolute lows. I don't know how I managed to do this. I have to say that this year was the first year that I lived for myself. And I lived for now, for the present, and not for the future. I've spent the last 6 years living for the future. Last years of high school, study because you need to get into university, this is for your future. You get into university, you need to pass all exams, this is for your future. And it was just like constantly living for tomorrow. I never lived today. Until 2022. 2022 was the year that I enjoyed today, that I cherished today. I cherished the people that are in my life. I cherished my independency for the very first time because I was making my own income. I could either spoil myself or learn how to save up, which I was really bad at. My entire life I was really bad at saving up. 2022 I became a lot more disciplined. There were days I didn't want to go to work, but I forced myself to because this was discipline. This year I also went through some absolutely astounding, most beautiful experiences in my life. This year was definitely a game changer for me, and it's a chapter in my life that I will never forget. I met so many new people, good and bad, people that I want to keep in my life and people that I'd rather stay away from, and people that actually made a huge change, had a huge impact in my life, and I want to keep them in my life. I achieved a lot of goals, yet not all of them, but you know, one at a time, one step at a time. I got the job that I wanted, which was huge for me. And the more the months went by, the closer I'm getting to my goal, which is a long-term goal, but step by step, like I'm getting there. And I'm really proud of myself for that. I grew up a lot as an individual this year. And by that, I mostly mean that I've realized how much more growing up I have to do. Because up until now, to be fair, I was thinking that you've done your growing up, you're an adult now, you can handle shit. I cannot handle shit. There's so many things that I thought I could handle and I was not capable of it at all. So many situations where I was completely helpless, so many situations where I had to trust and count on myself in order to get the job done. The beginning of 2022 was all about me. And just to give you an idea of how much a person can change in 1 year, like the beginning of this year was like all about me, all about my independency, my traveling, me having fun, me finally living for myself. And then all of a sudden I get a serious job, things change, and I have to become this whole new person. I enter this completely new, different community. Learning to think about myself first and not others was something that I really worked hard on this year. Work-wise, this year went really well. My savings were not all that bad. I traveled twice and it was at my own expense for the first time. The universe has been beating me up for the last like 2-3 months and all of a sudden it wraps it up so beautifully. Like last day, I saw very, very different versions of myself this year, good and bad. I learned a lot of lessons and realized that I have a lot more to learn before I take the next steps. Back in the beginning of the year, I did this manifestation kind of thing where you write everything that you want to happen in the following year. I did it just for fun, just because my mom kind of kept repeating that, oh, you should do it, etc, etc. So these are my 2022 manifestations. I wrote them in Korean so no one figures out what I'm saying. Let's see. 친구를 보려면 독일에 갔어요. This one happened. I went to Germany to see my friend. That happened. 돈을 많이 벌었어요. I saved up a lot of money. Generally speaking, yeah. So I did travel, I did buy a lot of things. This year was all about spending on me and people I love. So supposedly yes. 가족이 다 건강해요. My family is healthy, so that one I'm most thankful of. 살이 빠졌어요. I didn't lose weight. 졸업했어요. I did graduate. So that one worked. 중국어와 러시아 시험을 잘 봤어요. I didn't even sit those exams. So this one was to take exams for Russian and Chinese. I didn't do that. 서울에 가세요. No. I was working. I didn't go to Seoul, no. 사랑하는 사람을 만났어요. 연애 찾았어요. I met the person I love and found love. This one is more like to be continued kind of thing. I don't even know. We're waiting for the next book to come out kind of situation. 공항에 일해요. I work at the airport. This one also worked. So out of all of these, 5, 6, I'd say 6 out of 8 worked. So this manifestation thingy definitely works, guys. Do it. So basically you write everything in past tense as if you already have it. So overall, no matter how crazy 2022 was, I can never be greedy about it and actually be more thankful than I am upset about it. Because yes, definitely 2022 hurt a lot. Job-wise, personal life-wise, everything about it was really difficult because it was like my first step in adulthood. But I would never replace all the memories that I've made and the people I've met just because of the pain that I went through. Pain demands to be felt, and sometimes we do need the bad days to put the good ones in perspective. So overall, 2022 is going to be one of the years that I never forget. Now, my 2023 resolutions would be a lot of hard work on myself as an individual first, to become a better person and to not change. I feel like I lost myself a lot in 2022, especially towards the end of the year. There were situations I was involved in that I lost myself out of insecurities, out of fear, out of miscommunication. There were so many situations I was like, this is not me. In 2023, I don't want to lose myself. I also want to be more able, or more capable, I guess, of controlling my mind. Towards the end of this year, my mind has been my worst enemy. I had to go through hell to be able to control and tame my mind to not attack me. My worst enemy was my mind. It has always been, and this year it really got the hold of me. I also want next year to be the year that I focus on myself the way I intended this year. But you know, this is life, okay? Plot twists happen. Not everything goes as planned. 2023 must be the year that I work a lot on myself, my knowledge, my education, my mental stability. But for next year, guys, health is irreplaceable. I have experienced so many things this year as far as health is concerned, and I'm going to tell you that nothing is more important than health. I've reached this kind of age where I realize that sometimes even money doesn't buy you health. I hope that 2023 is full of surprises for you, a year of achievement and personal improvement. I hope you travel a lot, because you never regret traveling, to be fair. You regret many things, like, oh, I wish I didn't buy that. That was such a waste of money and stuff. Traveling is never something to be regretted. Never take tomorrow for granted. Because, you know, you might be setting goals right now, go to sleep, and next morning you never wake up. So live every day like it's the last day, but don't take this pessimistically. Live it to the fullest is what I'm going to say. Just live. Me before you quote here, just live. And you know, sometimes you just gotta live out of curiosity of what's out there. Live your life like a book. Just keep turning the pages, and you never know when your story will become a 5-star read.